Hey everybody, Mark, DoctorDeadwax, and haven't done a recent vinyl finds or anything video. This is more like, this is the big dig. These are the results of today's dig. Just thought I'd show them. Haven't played them, haven't listened to them, don't know anything about them, but there's some good stuff in here. There's some grails for sure. I did really well. 30 albums, 28 albums, 28, 30 albums, 93 bucks. And there's one in here that's worth more than that alone. So before we get started, More Springs Keller beer. This is my favorite beer in the summer. Although Wes found it confusing, I think. Lots of nice hoppiness and floral notes. Just a great beer. So, without further ado, Mal Waldron, Blues for Lady Day on Arista Freedom. That was a buck. And Colin Walcott, Cloud Dance. This one was a buck. This is a US ECM. It's in good shape. It's got a scuff across one side of it that you can see that I don't think will be audible. And if it is, it's an upgrade cover for one of my other copies. I have a couple copies of that. This was fantastic. 99 cents. Cronus Quartet. Winter was hard on None Such Electra. I mean, this is a total steal at 99 cents. You don't see Cronus that much. And you don't see it for a buck. And that's a US pressing. And this was another one. These, oh, we're up to $2 now. This is Mark Johnson, Bass Desires with Bill Frisell, John Schofield, and Peter Erskine on ECM. This is a later ECM. Most of the ECMs are cut promos, but not white label promos. This was a US one. There's a bunch of German ones in here too. You don't see this record that much, and it sells for about 15 usually. This is a UK first pressing of OMD's first album. I bought this to give away to somebody. This was $2. It's got some water damage on the bottom. I have first pressings of all the OMD albums. So, that one's a gift. Blue Note, Gems of Jazz, Art Blakey, Clifford Brown, Miles Davis, Horace Silver. This was $2. This is a Liberty Blue Note, and it was clean. It's not a $10 record, but I got it for $2, so I bought it. And it's got a little water damage. But this is, it's not a highly desirable Blue Note because it's a comp, and that kind of kills the value of it. Here's another great ECM record. Tom Vandergeld and Children at Play, Patience. It's got a chunk out of the top of it, but this was $2. And it's another great rare find. This is one. I like Tropea. John Tropea, Touch You Again. This was $2. This is on Marlin. This is just super clean. I could not grab that. He's got what is it, Short Trip to Space or whatever. It's just fantastic. Here's another one. Julian Priester, Peppo Toto, and Love Love. This is a German pressing. It's a little, it needs a reglue, but this is a German pressing on ECM, and that was $2. And this is not an easy record to find. That usually gets in the 20s. Paul Motion, Dance. Another great ECM record, $2. US pressing. David Murray, Ming Samba. This is on CBS Portrait, and this was a deuce, and this is near mint, so this was a good buy. Michael Hedges, live on the Double Planet. This is a Windham Hill live recording. I like Michael Hedges a lot. I think he's a fantastic guitar player. But this record isn't worth a ton of money or anything, but you know, it's worth it to have. And if I might already have a copy, so it's worth it to have to share. Here's another ECM you don't see very often, the Bill Frisell Band, Look Out for Hope. And this was $2. And this is a US one. And this is another one that gets in the 20s, just because it's uncommon. When you get into the later 80s, these are 1988, it gets hard to find the ECMs again. Here's one I've never seen before, Masqualero, and this was $2. And this is just another great clean US pressing. I mean, all of them have a cut or something. All of them have cover issues, but I don't listen to covers. I love Donald Harrison and Terence Blanchard. This is Harrison Blanchard's Crystal Stare. This is an early one. Just after they'd left the Jazz Messengers, I think this one's from. $2 on Columbia. Totally near mint with the promo punch. I have a couple copies of this, but I could not buy it for $2. John Abercrombie, Ralph Towner, Sargasso Sea, ECM. $2. And now we're getting into the pricey stuff. $3. Joni Mitchell's first record, Gatefold. It's taped. Somebody taped this with scotch. I'm not going to be able to salvage it and make it into anything, but this is an original pressing, and these get about $30 to $50. This has got some scratches on it, so you know, conservatively graded VG, but for $3, there's no way I could not buy that. I don't have this record. I've been looking for first pressings of the early Joni records, and I finally found one. There was a first pressing of Clouds there as well for $3, but it was scratched, so I left it. Softs by Soft Machine, $3. This is a UK pressing on Harvest. And so that was a great find. I was surprised. I looked this one up. I was surprised that this was basically a worthless record, but this is a UK pressing of this record. So for $3, it was definitely worth it. But I thought this one would be worth a lot more, and it wasn't. This is technically a first, but in reality, I don't know. Maybe a first pressing, second label. I'm not quite sure if it's a true second pressing or not. I mean, the original of these have the green Warner, and where it has the Warner Brothers shield here, it would have a W7. It would be a W7 Warner 7 Arts would be a true first, but this was $4, so I couldn't leave that. It's like a VG Plus. It's got a couple scuffs on it, but I'm not sure if the plate changes between the Warner 7 Arts and the Warner Shield label. I think it's the same plate that was used, so you know, technically it might be a second pressing, but I think it's first pressing, second label. This is a killer find. This is Paul Motion on Broadway, Volume 1 with Bill Frisell, Charlie Hayden, Joe Lovano, and Paul Motion, featuring the music of Harold Arlen, George Gershwin, Jerome Cohen, and Cole Porter. This is, I think it's a German pressing on a label called JMT. This is as rare as hen's teeth. Let me see where it was made. Yeah, this is German. Oh no, this is Japanese. Oh no. Nope, that's German. Manufactured by PDO, Hanover, West Germany. It's really dusty, but it's clean. And these are huge. Hard to find, very rare. Another copy of Gallery, $3. Fantastic record. This is such an audiophile's wet dream, this record. And the music is so quality. And I've said this before, but this Mikel Di Pasqua on percussion and drums is completely underrated. So I had to buy that. I'll give that to a friend. This was nice. Ry Cooder, Boomer Story. This is a first pressing white label promo on Reprise. The record is probably VG, but for $4 I couldn't leave a white label promo of Boomer Story because this is very hard to come by. A clean white label of that would get 40, so $4, whatever. Another one for $4 is a German pressing, Ralph Towner Solstice with Jan Garbarek, Eberhard Weber, and John Christensen. That's a German ECM. That's beautiful and clean. Another one for $4 is Midnight Special, The Incredible Jimmy Smith. This is a Blue Note, New York. I would say this, conservatively, this is a VG record, but $4 I'm not going to leave Jimmy Smith Blue Note from a New York pressing. This is a grail for me. This is something I've been looking for forever. Terje Ripdahl Odyssey. This is I'm looking for a German pressing, but I'll take a US pressing in the short term. This is a cut corner, so I would assume this is a promo, not a white label. This is like a first early US pressing. You could tell by the label. It's a slightly different green, and this is different, and the writing of that's different. And this is lovely and clean for what it is. And there's a track on here that isn't on the CD version. Just Sun Ra. This was $5. Sun Ra, Blue Delight. It's not a valuable Sun Ra record, but I only had one, and I sent it to Glowing Double O Cabbage. So now I have another one, and the one I sent him was junk. But anyway, this is one I thought would be worth more money. Tortoise Standards. This is on Thrill Jockey. Surprisingly, this record is worth nothing, but it comes in the original thick plastic cover with the tortoise and standards on the cover, so that's kind of cool, and it's in nice condition. And that was $8. And U.S. first pressing of Talking Heads Remain in Light. I have my pressing from when I was a teenager that I bought. This comes from the Winchester, Pennsylvania plant because it's got the rifle and Deadwax, and the cover's slightly rough, but the vinyl's pretty gorgeous. For $9 I couldn't leave that. And then I think the record that just totally made the day, the last one here, is Bruce Springsteen's The Rising, and I got that for $9. And I do believe that this was very well bought. And 2000 original pressing. I think these get easily 100. Little bit of bumping to the cover, but I mean, a little bump here. Who cares? So that's it. 30 records, 13 minutes, or 28 records, 13 minutes. That was a day digging with the doctor. It'll probably take me 5 years to get through the inbox and actually play these, but maybe on my next inbox challenge, a couple of them will surface. So, cheers, everybody. Have a great day. Keep the record spinning.